Hello, very good morning, viewers. You're watching NewsX and I'm Kriti Mehta. Now, tensions between Iran and Israel escalated sharply on the second day of renewed hostilities as the two sides traded direct strikes for the first time since their April ceasefire. Iran launched nearly 30 ballistic missiles toward Israel in waves, targeting air bases in retaliation for Israeli airstrikes on Hezbollah positions in southern Beirut. Israeli air defenses intercepted the majority with no major casualties reported. Israel responded with airstrikes on military targets in western and central Iran, including a major petrochemical complex. Now, explosions were reported in Tehran and other cities as well. Both sides have now signaled a pause in direct attacks, with Israel saying the fire on this front has been contained. The warnings of further retaliation remain if either side resumes operations, particularly amid the ongoing Israeli actions in Lebanon. International efforts, including from the US, are underway to prevent a wider regional war. With that update, let's monitor the latest from the global markets, and then we'll go across to senior economist Dr. Sharath Kohli. For now, here's how markets are looking like. Nifty 50 to start with, viewers. Currently, it's at 23,259.05 points. It's up slightly from yesterday by 136.05 points. And this is as of 9:15 a.m. 74,035.41, up by 0.7%, a plus 511 increase that we have seen. Kospi is 7,815.19. Again, it's seen a rise by 4.42%. And Nikkei of Japan, 64,654.22 currently at. Again, it's seen an increment of 0.98%. Shanghai Composite, China, 3,979.68 points, up again 0.5%. Let's understand this now further with Dr. Kohli, who's there with us. Dr. Kohli, thank you very much for joining us. Very good morning to you. Talk to us about how this increase, a hike in the market has come.
Good morning, Kriti, to you and the viewers. I think the market is being very cautious despite the the temporary hold on to the gunfire, which has been announced by Iran and Israel at the behest of US, for that matter. The market operators, investors and traders, Kriti, are finding all these statements and these actions very hard to trust. There is a definite trust deficit, which is why market is not celebrating. Otherwise, if there was a hold on to the gunfire, the market should have celebrated. But one, Strait of Hormuz remains as much closed as it was before. In fact, now it's totally closed. Not even a single ship is crossing there. That's one. Two, we don't know how long this pause is going to be. This is just a pause because the war is on with no signs of an agreement. President Trump keeps talking about that, in about 2 weeks, they will sign a deal. I don't know what deal is he talking about because Iran categorically denies. And in the meanwhile, Israel, Lebanon, Iran, that thing is going on. Their actions are going on each other. So market is very confused. Market is in a very uncertain territory as of now, Kriti. Same goes for crude oil prices, because if you see the crude oil prices right now, they have subsided a bit from 97, 98 yesterday, hovering around 96 when it closed. And now back to about 93, 94. Well, far from the comfort zone, I would say, far from the zone where, as far as Indian oil market is concerned, they can take a breather. Definitely not, because 93 is still very high. We need to hit $70 to bring some respite to the Indian economy. And even though there'll be scars left, even if that happens. So I think it's a very uncertain and a very confused era as far as the markets are concerned. In my 35 years of career, Kriti, I have not seen such a prolonged period of uncertainty. Uncertainty does come in the markets, in the financial markets. But then, it lasts for a week or two. Now, this has been too prolonged, and which is causing a lot of jitter amongst the investors, Kriti.
Absolutely. In fact, viewers, let's also take a look at oil prices now. and track any changes